Researchers at the Fraunhofer Institute confirmed it in peer-reviewed materials science testing. A polymer-based compound costing under $3 permanently reverses UV oxidation on automotive clear coat, restoring factory gloss without repainting. But the global auto refinishing industry generates over $13 billion every year, selling you something far more expensive than that. Here's the strange part. The chemistry behind this fix has existed since the 1940s. It was never hidden in a lab. It was buried under marketing budgets, dealer upsells, and a certification system that quietly kills affordable competition before it ever reaches a shelf near you. If you want to understand why the cheap solution always loses to the expensive one, subscribe right now. Because what looks like a story about car paint is actually a textbook case of how billion-dollar industries engineer your ignorance and charge you for it. This is not really a story about car paint. It is a story about how industries survive by making sure you never learn what actually works. The question was never whether this $3 compound works. That is already proven. The real question is why a solution this effective, this affordable, and this old is still unknown to most car owners. The answer runs through dealership profit models, lobbying-shaped regulations, and the psychology of pricing, and the industries that benefit every time you stay confused. Today, World Economics Explained breaks down the science, the suppression, and the economic machinery behind this story. By the end, you will not just know how to restore dead paint for $3. You will understand exactly why that knowledge was never meant to reach you, and who collects money every year because it hasn't. The system is not complicated once you see it. Let us get into it. Auto manufacturers were already using abrasive polymer compounds to correct paint defects on factory floors in the 1940s. The chemistry was industrial, unglamorous, and effective. By 2009, researchers publishing in the journal Progress in Organic Coatings confirmed that mild oxalic acid and silicone polymer blends reverse moderate to severe UV oxidation on modern automotive clear coats without structural damage to the paint layer. Meanwhile, the U.S. auto detailing industry alone crossed $15 billion in annual revenue by 2023. The average professional paint correction service runs between $300 and $800 per vehicle. The active compound in most of those services costs the shop under $4 wholesale. That gap, between what works and what gets sold, is exactly what this channel exists to explain. The science they priced out of reach. The Fraunhofer Institute, one of Europe's leading applied research organizations, published findings confirming that surface oxidation on automotive clear coat is a reversible photochemical process. UV radiation breaks down the polymer chains in the clear coat's top microns, causing that chalky, flat, gray appearance most people assume means the paint is permanently dead. It is not dead, it is oxidized. And oxidized polymer chains respond directly to mild acid and silicone-based compounds that cost almost nothing to manufacture. Picture a 2011 Toyota Camry parked in a Phoenix driveway. 5 years of desert sun have turned the hood from deep red to a washed-out pink. A neighbor quotes the owner $800 for paint correction. A body shop quotes $3,000 for a partial respray. Neither of them mentions the $4 bottle sitting on a shelf at the local hardware store that contains the same class of compound used in professional detailing. The detailing industry markup on labor and product combined runs between 800 and 1,200% above raw material cost. There are an estimated 40 million vehicles on U.S. roads right now showing visible paint oxidation. If every one of those owners found the $3 fix, the professional paint correction segment alone would lose billions in annual revenue overnight. The industry does not hide this information through conspiracy. It hides it through pricing architecture, by making the expensive version feel like the only credible version. You have probably paid $200 or more at a detail shop for a service whose active ingredient costs the shop less than a fast food meal. Would you try the $3 version today if you knew it produced the same result? Here is a number the auto industry does not advertise. According to the National Automobile Dealers Association, franchised car dealerships in the United States generate approximately 49% of their total gross profit, not from selling vehicles, but from service and parts departments. Selling you a car is almost secondary. Keeping you coming back to pay for services is the actual business model. Picture a new car buyer sitting in the finance office after spending $30,000 on a vehicle. The finance manager slides over a menu. Paint sealant package, $1,800. Ceramic coating protection, $2,200. Fabric and interior shield, $600. The buyer, already mentally exhausted from negotiating the car price, signs. The ceramic coating product applied to that car costs the dealership between $15 and $40 wholesale. The markup is not aggressive. It is architectural. It is built into the structure of every dealership transaction in the country. The global automotive paint protection film and ceramic coating market was valued at $4.2 billion in 2023 and is projected to grow past $8 billion by 2030. That growth is not being driven by superior chemistry. The compounds have not dramatically improved. The growth is being driven by consumer unfamiliarity with cheaper alternatives and by dealership finance offices that have refined the upsell process to a science. First-time car buyers are the most vulnerable. Studies in behavioral economics show that after a large purchase, consumers experience decision fatigue and are significantly more likely to accept add-ons without comparison shopping. The dealership system is designed around that moment. Have you ever bought a paint or protection package at a dealership without knowing what it actually contained? The shelf illusion: walk into any major auto parts retailer and count the paint restoration products on the shelf. You will find anywhere from 20 to 40 SKUs, different names, different bottle shapes, different price points running from $8 to $120. Most of them share the same class of active chemistry: mild abrasives, silicone polymers, or light acid compounds, the same fundamental mechanism confirmed in peer-reviewed research, repackaged with different branding tiers to serve different consumer psychology segments. Picture a distribution warehouse where a single industrial drum of compound is being divided. The same base formula goes into a plain generic bottle at $4, a mid-tier branded bottle at $35, and a premium professional series bottle at $90. Different labels, different shelf placements, identical core chemistry. This is not speculation. It is a well-documented practice in the consumer chemicals industry known as tiered private label manufacturing. The global automotive appearance chemicals market was valued at $11.4 billion in 2023. Industry analysts estimate that marketing and packaging account for up to 60% of the retail price in mid-tier auto care products, meaning the consumer is paying more for the bottle design and the television advertisement than for the compound inside. A 2019 consumer behavior study found that when identical products were labeled at different price points, participants rated the higher-priced version as significantly more effective, even after being told the products were identical. The auto care industry did not create this psychological bias, but it has built an entire revenue model on top of it. Be honest. When you stand in that aisle, do you reach for the cheap bottle or the one that looks professional? The certification wall. In 2018, a small chemical startup in Ohio developed a paint restoration compound that outperformed several premium brands in independent third-party testing. The formula cost under $2 per unit to manufacture. The founders priced it at $5 retail, planning to distribute through regional auto stores. They never made it to a major shelf. The cost of certifying an automotive chemical product for compliance with U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, VOC regulations, OSHA safety standards, and major retailer supplier qualification programs ran between $80,000 and $200,000 before a single bottle was sold. The startup ran out of runway before completion. Picture a chemist who has spent 3 years developing a product that genuinely works better and costs a fraction of what is currently on the market. Watching that product die not because it failed in testing, but because the paperwork to prove it passed costs more than his entire operating budget. This is not a rare story. The certification and compliance infrastructure required to bring an automotive chemical product to mass retail in the United States or European Union creates a natural moat around established players. Large brands have compliance departments, they have pre-existing supplier agreements with major retailers, they have legal teams that understand the regulatory landscape. A startup with a better, cheaper product does not. The regulation itself is not corrupt. VOC limits and safety standards exist for legitimate public health reasons. But the cost structure of compliance disproportionately protects incumbents. The result is a market where innovation in the affordable direction is systematically slower than innovation in the premium direction. What would happen to the industry if certification costs were reduced for products under $10 retail? The creator economy cover. There are auto detailing channels on YouTube with more than 2 million subscribers. Some publish multiple videos per week. Their content reaches tens of millions of viewers every month. People who genuinely want to know the most effective and affordable way to care for their vehicles. And yet the $3 fix almost never appears. Not because those creators are dishonest, because the economics of content creation make the affordable answer nearly invisible. Picture a detailing creator filming a paint restoration video. Option 1. Recommend a $4 generic compound with no affiliate link, no sponsor deal, and no commission. Option 2. Partner with a premium brand paying 8 to 15% affiliate commission on a $60 product, plus a potential sponsorship package worth thousands of dollars per video. The creator does not suppress the truth consciously. The revenue model does it automatically. Affiliate marketing in the automotive content space generates significant income for mid to large creators. Premium and mid-tier products dominate affiliate programs because the margin structure supports commission payouts. Generic and low-cost products cannot economically support affiliate programs. The price point leaves no room for the commission layer. The result is that the most watched, most trusted sources of automotive information are structurally incentivized to recommend expensive products over cheap ones, regardless of actual effectiveness. This is not a conspiracy. It is just math. The information environment you rely on to make purchasing decisions has a quiet financial architecture underneath it. And that architecture has a preference. If a creator you trusted recommended the $3 fix with no affiliate link, would you trust the recommendation more or less? You have seen the full system now. The markup, the dealership upsell, the shelf illusion, the certification wall, and the creator economy filter. Every layer pointing the same direction. If this is changing how you see things, hit like and subscribe right now, because the deepest part of this story is still ahead. The global inversion. Here is the detail that inverts the entire narrative. In countries where premium auto care branding has not fully penetrated the market, specifically across parts of sub-Saharan Africa, Southeast Asia, and South America, the $3 compound equivalent is the standard. It is what mechanics use. It is what car owners buy at local markets. It is not exotic or underground. It is simply what people with less disposable income and less exposure to aspirational marketing reach for when their car paint degrades. Picture a mechanic in Nairobi or Kuala Lumpur restoring a 10-year-old sedan with a basic compound purchased at a local supply shop for the equivalent of $2. The car leaves looking factory clean, no $800 correction package, no dealership upsell, no branded $60 kit with a professional-looking label, just chemistry doing what chemistry does when it is not buried under a marketing layer. The irony is measurable. Some of the best preserved older vehicles in the world, by objective paint condition relative to age and climate exposure, are found in regions where premium auto care marketing is weakest. Researchers studying vehicle longevity in tropical and high UV climates have noted that regular application of basic polymer compounds dramatically extends clear coat lifespan, and that this practice is more common in lower-income markets than in high-income ones. The wealthiest consumer markets in the world are the ones least likely to use the most effective and affordable solution, because wealth creates the psychological and commercial conditions that make the expensive option feel necessary. The $3 fix did not disappear globally, it just got priced out of the markets where the most money is made. The depreciation machine. Vehicle depreciation is the single largest cost most car owners never consciously calculate. The average vehicle loses between 15 and 25% of its value in the first year alone. By year 5, many vehicles have lost between 40 and 60% of their original purchase price. Paint condition is one of the most visible and heavily weighted factors in used car appraisal, and the used vehicle reconditioning industry has built a substantial revenue stream around the gap between a car's actual paint condition and what it could look like after restoration. Picture a used car dealer acquiring a trade-in with oxidized paint on the hood and roof. The appraisal knocks $500 off the offer, citing paint condition. The dealer sends the car to an in-house reconditioning team that spends 45 minutes and $4 in compound restoring the paint to near factory condition. The car goes to the lot $2,000 above the appraisal price, with paint condition listed as a selling point. The U.S. used vehicle reconditioning market generates billions in annual revenue. A meaningful portion of that revenue exists specifically because the average consumer does not know that surface oxidation is reversible for almost nothing. If every car seller knew and acted on the $3 fix before trading in, appraisal values would rise, reconditioning margins would compress, and the dealer acquisition model would need to adjust. Insurance companies benefit similarly. A vehicle with cosmetically poor paint that would cost hundreds to professionally correct gets appraised lower, sometimes triggering total loss decisions on vehicles that are mechanically sound. The cheap fix that could save the car and the consumer's money stays invisible because too many downstream revenue streams depend on consumers not knowing it exists. The permanence question. The most common objection to inexpensive paint restoration compounds is durability. The premium industry has spent decades conditioning consumers to believe that affordable solutions are temporary at best, that without a professional-grade ceramic coating or a factory-applied paint protection film, any restoration will fade within weeks. This belief is the final and most effective line of defense for the expensive tier of the market. It is also only partially true, and the partial truth is doing a lot of economic work. Picture two cars treated on the same day, one with a $3 silicone polymer compound, one with a $2,000 professional ceramic coating. At 90 days, the ceramic coating still holds a slightly higher gloss level under direct light comparison. At 1 year, with normal washing and basic maintenance, the compound-treated car still looks dramatically better than it did before treatment. The framing the industry uses, comparing the cheap solution at its worst to the premium solution at its best, is accurate in the narrow sense and misleading in the practical sense. Research on clear coat degradation and polymer-based restoration published in materials science literature confirms that repeated application of quality polymer compounds every 3 to 6 months produces durable, cumulative protection that extends clear coat lifespan significantly. The cost of that maintenance cycle over 2 years, roughly $8 to $20, compares to a one-time ceramic coating application at $1,500 to $2,500. The premium solution is genuinely excellent, but the argument that the affordable solution is not worth using is not a scientific conclusion. It is a commercial one. The permanence question was never really about chemistry. It was about which answer is more profitable to promote. Whether it is car paint, prescription generics, or home insulation, the pattern is the same. Affordable solutions exist. They are proven. They are old. And they are consistently buried under pricing architecture, certification costs, marketing psychology, and information systems that profit from your not knowing. The barrier was never the technology. The barrier is always the economics. The decisions being made right now about what gets certified, marketed, and recommended will shape what you pay for the next 20 years. If this video changed how you see the system behind a $3 liquid, subscribe to World Economics Explained. Every week, we pull apart the economic forces that shape what things cost, why affordable solutions disappear, and who profits when they do. You will not find this kind of breakdown anywhere else. And the next video will make you question something you have paid for your entire life without ever asking why. Subscribe now. The next one is already waiting for you.